everyone, Ben from Joe Bean here. Today I'm going to show you guys how to brew a shaken cold brew. So we've got our water heated up to around 205 degrees. We've got our pour over. I've got 21 grams of coffee weighed out. We've got our coffee. Today we're using the El Mango from Cafe Revense. We've got a cocktail shaker, we've got strainers, and then we've got 200 grams of ice weighed out, ready to go. So let's go ahead and run through this thing. So first thing I'm gonna do is pre-rinse my filter. That is going to get everything nice and warm for brewing and help get rid of any papery tastes and smells that might be in the filter there. And then while that's draining, I'm gonna go ahead and grind my coffee. All right, we're gonna go ahead and dump out our pre-wet water. And then to put the grounds in, I'm going to use this little funnel that it comes with to make sure that the coffee doesn't get trapped inside the ridges. And go ahead and pour our grounds in. Alright, so for the shaken cold brew, we are going to make a pour over like we normally would. The only difference is we're going to use less water than we typically would. And that water that we're not including with this, we're going to include in the form of ice, and we're going to shake all the components together once we're finished here. But same as we would for a standard pour over, start our timer here, and we're going to pour roughly double the dry dose weight over the bed of coffee. Give it a little bit of a swirl to incorporate everything. And we're gonna let this bloom for a few seconds. All right. And then since we are using less water, I'm going to pour with a little bit of a thinner stream out of my gooseneck than I typically would for a standard pour over. And I'm gonna maybe take a few more little breaks just to make sure that we're not filling it up too high. If we fill it up very high, the water's gonna push through quicker and we're not gonna pull quite as much out of the coffee as we'd like to. So we are gonna keep pouring until we hit our target weight of 240 grams of hot water. Alright, and once we hit that target end weight, I'm going to go ahead and give this another swirl, help get everything moving evenly down as it draws down here. And while this is drawing down, we can go ahead and load up our cocktail shaker with ice. As far as cocktail shakers go, I prefer to use the type with two separate shakers instead of the type with the strainer on the top. I find that these tend to be a little bit more forgiving versus the ones with the strainer attached on the top sometimes can kind of come apart a little bit and make a bit of a mess there. Alright, so all of the coffee has drained out of the bed on the top there. So I'm going to take my hot coffee, pour it over my ice. We're going to give this a good shake. And my goal is to make all of the ice inside this shaker dissolve completely into that hot coffee. So once you hear that most of the ice is gone, we can go ahead and strain it out. strainer. our finished product there. And there you go, one delicious shaken cold brew.